Boulder's top stories this week. Council adopts the Smart Regs proposal, city facilities to receive energy-efficient upgrades, and city prepares to relocate prairie dogs from Foothills Community Park. Hi, I'm Mike Benuelos. At its meeting on Tuesday, the Boulder City Council took a monumental step in green regulation, voting to approve the Smart Regs proposal. Smart Regs, short for Smart Regulation, will create a baseline energy efficiency standard for all rental properties within the city of Boulder. Driven by the city's climate action plan, the project has been under formulation for more than a year and has involved many levels of public participation and collaboration. On the path to the final proposal, the city partnered with various community and technically based subcommittees, city advisory board, and residents to shape the proposal that received approval of City Council. The proposal calls for the adoption of 3 different ordinances, including replacing the city's housing code with the International Property Maintenance Code with local amendments, updating the licensing code to enhance program administration, and most notably, creating energy efficiency standards for rental properties throughout the city. Throughout the process, the energy efficiency piece has been the most groundbreaking in regulatory terms, as well as the most debated. Inside Boulder News spoke with David Driscoll, its Executive Director of the Department of Community Planning and Sustainability, by phone about the adopted regulations and what this step means for the city of Boulder.
Passage of the Smart Regs ordinance is a huge step forward in our climate action efforts. It's going to result in greater energy efficiency in our rental housing stock. This is going to mean more comfortable housing and lower utility bills for renters. It'll generate jobs for energy efficiency companies, and it'll mean less money going out of our community to pay for utility bills. It's been a great example, I think, also of people working together across lines to come up with a workable solution to a challenging public policy issue. We had landlords and renters and building professionals and climate advocates working together, and I think what they came up with is a pretty creative solution. We're pretty proud of it, and continues to show Boulder's leadership in climate action.
As David Driscoll said, the passage of Smart Regs is an important milestone in the city achieving its climate action plan goals and an indication that Boulder is committed to being a leader in smart, sustainable regulation. The adopted ordinance will go into effect on January 3rd, 2011. Residents should stay tuned to the Smart Regs website for up-to-date implementation information. In relation to green initiatives, Council also adopted a resolution to authorize and approve an energy savings performance contract that is expected to dramatically reduce energy use and increase efficiency in city-owned buildings and facilities across Boulder. The adoption of the resolution plots out a 3-phase, $12 million project. The first phase includes installing a solar photovoltaic system at the main library and all 3 city recreation centers, relamping of the Mapleton ball fields, and HVAC controls and improvements at the Park Central Building, Meadows Library, North Boulder Recreation Center, and West Senior Center. Phase 1 construction will begin in 2010. Phases 2 and 3 are anticipated to follow through the middle of 2011. Once the project is finished, the city will have reduced carbon emissions from city operations by 15%. That equates to more than 5,000 metric tons of CO2 per year. The project is also virtually cost neutral, meaning that it won't result in any additional cost to taxpayers. The city will be saving sufficient energy while increasing efficiency that the cost of the improvements are expected to be equal to the money saved in utility bills each year. In other city news, the process to relocate approximately 500 prairie dogs from Foothills Community Park will begin this week. The prairie dogs, which have been identified for relocation for several years, are beginning to encroach on popular recreation facilities and residential areas. On Friday, September 24th, preparation work will begin in advance of prairie dog relocation in areas near Foothills Community Park in North Boulder. Insecticides will be applied to burrow entrances within 39-acre area to kill any plague-bearing fleas prior to prairie dog relocation. This insecticide is being applied as part of the Colorado Department of Wildlife's relocation permit process. While no plague has been reported at the site, this preventative measure helps ensure that no diseases are transferred to the new location. The application is done manually only at the entrance of individual burrows. Signs will be posted in the area notifying park visitors before it's applied. Following the insecticide application, the prairie dogs will be moved in accordance with the city's Urban Wildlife Management Plan and the Grasslands Ecosystem Management Plan. Both plans identify the importance of removing prairie dogs from the park and surrounding areas due to increased encroachment on the park's turf fields, flood control structures, landscaping, and irrigation systems. Relocation is the preferred option of prairie dog removal, as both city plans emphasize humane, non-lethal control of wildlife when possible. The city asks that visitors not disturb relocation activities and that only professional prairie dog handlers come in contact with the animals. Visitors can expect to see non-city vehicles in the area, as city contractors will require vehicle access for the project. And a reminder to residents, this area is under leash requirement for dogs, and park users should refrain from going off trail. The complete Prairie Dog Relocation project is expected to take 1 month. For more information about the city plans, go online. You can connect with Inside Boulder News on Facebook by submitting news tips and questions. Just search for City of Boulder Channel 8. That's it for this edition of Inside Boulder News. I'm Mike Benuelos. Stick around for more Inside Boulder right after this.